Consultative selling questions example. That's what was thrown into the comments on one of my videos. So that's what I'm making a video about for you today. You wanted consultative selling questions examples. I've got them for you right here on the Inside BS Show. Hi there and welcome to another edition of the Inside BS Show. You know, a lot of these sales tip videos, in fact, most of them come from things you have asked me, and they come from things asked down in the comments. So if you're watching this video, you're interested in consultative selling. You want consultative selling questions examples. You want a consultative selling question example. Well, I got it for you because you asked for it in the comments. I do one of these videos every day. And down in the comments, somebody said, Dave, I need consultative selling questions examples. So this is the video for you. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share 7 examples of consultative selling questions with you, and I'm going to give you something for free that's going to make your consultative selling process easier. That's right. I'm giving you my secret formula, my super secret formula to consultative selling. You're going to love it. I'm going to give it to you in the middle of the show, so stick with me. All right, question number 1, consultative selling question, example number 1. Why am I here? Why am I here? You sit down with a prospect and they've invited you into their office or they've invited you onto a Zoom meeting or a video meeting. You say, all right, Mr. Prospect, tell me, why am I here? Now listen, you've bonded and you get rapport. In the beginning, that's fine. But you need to figure out what they're looking for. Don't mince words. Just say, why am I here? And then shut the hell up and let them talk. And they're going to give you some reasons. They're going to tell you why they invited you over. It's going to be important for you to hear that. You should be taking notes. You should be listening intently. And you'll know exactly what they're looking for. Question number 2. Consultative selling questions example number 2. I want to get this right for you because you asked me for it. Mr. Prospect, how long have you had this problem? How long have you had this problem? Been a long time? Short amount of time? Why am I asking this question? Well, I want to know if this is just something that popped up or if they've had it for years and the boss just wanted them to solve it now. I need to know how long this has been an issue. Consultative selling questions, example number 3. How much is this costing you? That problem sounds so terrible. How much is this costing you? Mr. Prospect, this must be costing you a fortune. How much is this problem costing you? They're going to tell you. And if your solution is a fraction of the overall cost, you're going to be able to save them a ton of money. You're going to be able to help them get through this by recapturing the money they're losing. Consultative selling questions, example number 4. Mr. Prospect, what happens if you don't solve this problem now? Sometimes your prospect is going to be promoted if he solves this problem. It's been a problem that's been going on for years. Nobody else can solve it. Your prospect called you. He thinks you have the answer. You can solve it. He's going to get promoted. Beautiful. Sometimes if you don't solve the problem, your prospect could be fired. Mr. Prospect, what will happen if we don't solve this problem? Oh, geez, Dave, we've had this problem for years, and I got to tell you, my boss, he's going to get fired if we don't solve it. So if he gets fired, I'm definitely going to get fired. I don't know what to do. I'm so glad you're here. That's music to your ears. You want to prevent this guy from being fired. In fact, you'd like to help him get promoted. So understanding what happens if you don't solve this problem now is essential. It's one of these big consultative selling questions. There's an example for you right there. Question number 5. Mr. Prospect, how will solving this problem impact you personally? Or, Mr. Prospect, if we don't solve this problem, what does that mean for you personally? Now, here's the thing. You may be in business-to-business sales. You may be in B2B sales, but you are selling person to person. You're a person. The other person on the person on the other side of the table is a person. So by asking how this impacts them personally, you are making that connection and it's giving you critical information that you need in order to solve the problem. You know, if you're in a competition and it's between you and somebody else, who's going to get this business? and you ask about how this is impacting the other person personally, and you take steps to make sure that person personally receives recognition for whatever success you have together and they get promoted, you've got a relationship that will last a lifetime. Your lifetime or that person's lifetime, whichever lasts longer or ends sooner, or, well, you know what I mean. Anyway, you've got a relationship that will last a lifetime, and that's what we're going for. That's why you're asking, how is this going to impact you personally? Now, speaking of personal impact, I've got something for you. I've got a free gift for you that's going to impact you personally. You want it? All you need to do is scroll down in the video to the description, or if you're listening on the podcast, scroll down to the podcast description. Click the link that says free gift from Dave. That's a link. You enter your contact info there. You will get your own copy of my revenue roadmap. This is my proprietary system for building a business, and it's full of a consultative sales strategy that I've used for 30 some odd years. I used it to build a $50 million business. I used it to build a $250 million business, and now I'm using it to build my sole practitioner consulting business. Yeah, I got employees, but they're contractors, and they are really independent. They work on their own. I give them a goal and they do it. Anyway, long story short, this process, this revenue roadmap, is your ticket to success as a consultative salesperson. Download it, read through it. It teaches you about relationship revenue, and that's the best form of revenue. It allows you to make a great living and live a great life. I want you to have this for free. It's your guide to building a practice that enables your lifestyle. All right, we're 5 questions in. We got 2 more to go. Question number 6. So, Mr. Prospect, what are you hoping that I can do for you? What are you hoping I can do for you? Now, in the world of consultative selling questions, this is a really solid question, because the prospect is going to tell you what his expectations are right there. And if you guys work together, you're going to want to make sure that his expectations equal what you and your company can deliver. So if the expectations are in line, you're good. If they're not, you have to readjust the expectations before you try to close the deal. So when you say to him, Mr. Prospect, what are you hoping I can do for you? He's going to tell you, please get me out of this mess. He's going to tell you exactly how to sell him, but more importantly, he's going to share his expectations for a relationship with you, and you can either accept them, adjust them, or decide he's not going to be a good fit for you. Question number 7 is the money question. It's the closing question. If you've watched any of my videos, you've heard this before, so repeat after me. Would you like some help? Would you like some help? That's how you close deals. When somebody tells you what their pain is, they tell you what their problem is, they tell you what their goals are, you look at them and you go, would you like some help with that? And they go, what do you mean? And you say, would you like some help getting rid of this problem? Would you like some help achieving these goals? Well, of course I would. Great. That's fantastic. Then we can work together. Would you like some help is how you close the deal. If they agree that they want help, they agree that you're the right person to give them that help, all that's left to do is sign on the dotted line and cash the check. These are consultative selling questions examples. I hope you enjoyed them. There were 7 here. Write them all down. Watch the video again. What do you want to see more of? What do you want me to talk about in these videos? Leave me some information in the comments. Let me know down in the comments what videos you want me to make, and I'll make them. And I'm happy to do it because I'm thrilled that you're here. Thanks for joining. By the way, watch some of our interviews. We do a great interview show every day. We post highlights from the videos right here on the YouTube channel. If you subscribe, you know all this already because you're notified when we upload new stuff. I will see you back here again tomorrow. My name is Dave Lorenzo. This is the Inside BS Show. Until tomorrow, I hope you're making a great living and living a great life. See you tomorrow.